Yo, okay. This is another commentary to go with the first person video. And, this is Protest versus on Gaia. I didn't want to play another one on Gaia because I've been playing a lot of Gaia, or I've been putting a lot of first person videos on Gaia. So I'm gonna have another first person video soon that's not on Gaia, like on Longinus, Python, Monty Hall or something like that, because that's what all the Koreans are playing on IC Cup. But this one just happens to be on Gaia. But I'll make one, and you know, there will be more. Probably on Longinus, because that's probably my best one, my best map. Maybe on Tau Cross, but that's not map of the week right now. Anyway, neither is Python. So either Monty Hall or Longinus. Anyway, so this guy is C+, and I'm C+. And right now, I have too many APMs for the beginning of the game, so I gotta say stuff. But, it's nonsense. This is nonsense. Okay. Oh, before I forget, I'd like to give a shout out. This is a shout out for the man who is hosting my videos now. His name is, I think his name is Mike, but he is AKA I love cats, AKA cats, AKA meow. Meow. But really, that's his AKA. But I had to sneak that in there. Okay, and then, I'll talk about the game for a second. So, you might know that I like to make 2 gateways really quickly. And so I've made 2 gateways really quickly. This is called 2-gate. And you make zealots, and you go apply pressure to the Zerg. So that's what I'll be doing. Even though the distances are long, you can still apply some pressure and get them to make sunkens or extra Zerglings and stuff like that, so that their economy is slowed down. But you can keep making probes the whole time, so your economy is growing and growing and growing. And generally that's a good trade-off, because this, whatever tech they're eventually going for, it'll delay it by like 20 or 30 seconds or however much you're slowing their economy down, and you're essentially slowing their economy down by building zealots, and that's pretty cool because zealots are cheap. So anyway, yeah, he's making 2 sunkens. Oh, here he pauses the game, so I'm gonna go off topic. Off topics. About my AKAs on IC Cup. I have AKA Ugly Toss. I used to be AKA Just Sorry. I gave that account away when I started IC Cup Ugly Toss, and now there's this thing with UBCOM, and UBCOM is a shared account, and I played a bunch of games on it, and I got a bunch of losses on purpose so that the account wouldn't draw attention. And then this other guy, he's Korean, and he's really good at the Brood Wars. And so it was going to be a shared account between us, and he was going to win the games at the higher ranks, and I was just doing the lower ranks so that he wouldn't have to. And then I was going to take back over at the high ranks so that I could play Gosu people. And so I guess Idra, or whatever his name is, like Greg or something. What the heck? My probes are wonderful creatures, but that probe, I don't know why it went over there. It went over there, and I'm not sure why. So I sent it back. And I'm gonna collect gas ASAPly. Anyway, So Idra played me. I was on the account, and he played me, and so he thinks that's my account, but it's not really my account. And I was trying to play dumb to keep it a Smurf account, because it's not really my account. But anyway, it kind of is and it kind of isn't. But I play on it. Sometimes I put a few losses on it if I feel like playing someone Ghost when losing. Anyway, so yeah, this dude, I'm just peeking in over there with my zealots to see if I can do some damage, like run through, but I can't because he's built a third sunken, which is just insane, and he's also built a third hatch there. And I didn't know he was going to 3-hatch, but he thought it would be a good idea to just put the third hatch right there so I could see it. And now I don't have to worry about some kind of 2-hatch build. I've confirmed the third hatch. And so I'm going like Corsair Zealot with like speed expansion type build. And you can't normally do this build. The only reason I can do this build is because he's 3-hatching and because he built 3 sunkens. So like he's slowed down a lot. So it's safe for me to do this. It's a pretty cool thing to do. Of course, I have a lot of probes. I've been building a lot of probes. And so that'll be helpful later on. Oh, another side note, since a lot of people ask me this, my APM for this particular game is 340. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put my Nexus down, get my Nexus and cannons. And the Corsair needs to fly straight to his base to get scouting done. He's got 2 Overlords outside my base and 1 above my Zealots, but I need to go and scout right away first. So that's important. Also important to build cannon ASAPly. So my forge is done. I get the upgrade, and then the next 150 minerals I put the cannon down right away. You newbies, and I know you're out there, it's mostly newbies watching this, you do things too slowly. Like, you know that it's better to build something as soon as you have the money for it, but if you watch your replays, it's like non-stop. You never build anything as soon as you can, except for like in the first 3 minutes of the game. But you need to keep that up as best you can throughout the entire game. So like, and that doesn't take any brains. Like, it's not like a go-to move. It's just being fast. But it can make a big difference in games. It pretty much makes a difference in every game at some point. So, yeah, you don't need to be smart. Just fast for that. So, yeah, pretty much anyone who's ever posted a replay on Team Liquid for advice, they're slow as hell, like really slow. And so the best advice you can give them is just become faster, because you don't even need a brain for that. Anyway, so like for example, I got my gas collecting right away at my natural, so a lot of people would be slow on that or something like that. It's important to get another round of scouting in here. I got my initial round of scouting in, but I don't know what he's done since then. So, you know, scout again, get a feel for what he has. And so at this point, because he's kind of far behind, I'm going to go ahead. I don't want to just power off 2 bases, and if I'm not going to power off 2 bases, then the best thing to do is get my 3rd base as soon as possible. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get my 3rd Nexus secure with only 4 gateways, and then after that I will make more gateways and power off 3 bases. Yeah. So I got 4 gates, and I got the robotics facility coming off 4 gates, and I'm going to try to get this Nexus up. Of course he has lurkers now, and I have Storm. One of my Zealots is in 2 groups because that second group only had 3 High Templar, so now I can go ahead and use attack move for both groups. It's a little trick. Yeah, I let him kill my Corsair. That's so newbie. You should keep your Corsair alive. And here, I'm going to try to get some extra kills in the middle of the map. And so you just like confront the Zerg army in the middle of the map, and usually you can catch him like out of position and like get some good storms in. So I did some damage there. Meanwhile, my Nexus is warping in. I was a little bit slow on getting observers. Like my robotics had finished for a little bit before I got observers, so that's not good, but try to get everything ASAP. Here, just continuing to have presence on the middle of the map. And this delay, my delaying him, let these cannons and stuff finish at my 3rd expansion, so that's pretty nice. It can make a big difference. And it's important also to get your 3rd gas going as soon as possible, so start that assimilator up as soon as you can. Now right now, I'm not thinking that he's going to attack. He's probably just going to do a contain. So I decide to have all 3 of my High Templar go do a storm drop. But that turns out not to be a good idea. As he pauses the game again. Yeah, so the plan would be for me to do this storm drop and then to build like 11 gateways and to just build a shitload of units out of those gates and then take like 6 o'clock at the same time, and he probably wouldn't even live long enough for 6 o'clock to matter. But he has some Hydras like right there and all my storm dies right there. All of those High Templars had energy, so like I lose a bunch of storms there, and that's not good because now he was never planning on doing a contain. What he does is this fake drop here, and so I send all my units up and he sends all his units in the front, so it's not good for me. And these High Templar just came out of the gateways, so they don't have enough energy for a storm yet. So he just has like free reign here.